God, can somebody cut this off?
Superhero.
Please? Okay, can we stop this?
And she's a slut.
Stop.
It's actually funny because it's true. Howdy y'all, I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd, and welcome to my review of She-Hulk Attorney at Law, Episode 8 review. 8 of 9. The finish line is in sight, and it cannot come soon enough because, frankly, this is not really fun anymore because it's become a chore. At first, it was amusing, it was nice, it was this and that. But now it's really, there's not even joy in ripping it apart because there's no satisfaction because it's sad. This is a sad show of hypocrisy brought upon by a bunch of drunk, box wine drinking Karen wine moms who say one thing but really desire another. Clearly through what they show on the screen. They say one thing, they tell you, but the show reveals what they really think. It's really weird, but they are sometimes saying the truth. But I don't think they realize what they're doing. You saw my opener. That's from the end of the episode where the intelligentsia ruins Jen's big night. And at one point they call her a slut. And we'll talk about more later. But yes, Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk, she is a slut. She is a slut. We have seen her screw, 3 or 4 different men. Twice on first dates. Another time after she wanted to on the second date, but missed her opportunity. So got it on the third date. She's a slut. Yet she's screaming about feminism all the time, like women's great. But in the end, all they want is the D. All they want is some dick. That's all they want. Oh, and it's not funny. Although I did laugh twice, but not the way they probably wanted me to. One, maybe, yes. The second one, not the way they wanted me to. So, hey, honest review. I did laugh twice this episode, but again, not with the way they intended. All right, what are we getting into? So, this shouldn't take too long because stuff actually happens, but it's a lot of, this is it. I got to say it. I almost, red and gold elephant in the room. Daredevil appears, and they shit all over him. They make him a caricature of what he is. And remember, I'm no huge Daredevil fan. I don't really care about Daredevil. Didn't even watch the Netflix show because I don't care about Daredevil. Never have, never will. But I respect the character for what he represents as a street-level crime fighter and how he behaves. And this show mocks it, makes a mockery of Daredevil. All right, let's get this started so that I can go do something else more fun.
She wants to tell me something. Hold on. She-Hulk will never get another suit by Luke Jacobson ever again?
Oh, hey, I prepaid for that!
Then you shouldn't have betrayed me, you greasy old buffalo. You are blocked, blacklisted, and reported.
Okay, let's dive right in, shall we? We begin with a couple of dudes stealing a TV and other electronics from a electronics store, and they're stopped by a hero? Okay. Some reject in a Toad outfit. I'm going to call him Toad Liquor because I don't remember his name, and frankly, I don't care. I don't care. Don't care at all. It turns out we're getting a story told by Toad Liquor to Jen, where he basically fails at being a hero. But let us not take a moment to realize that he's aggrandizing the story, trying to make it sound like he was overwhelmed and his failure was only because his suit malfunctioned, when in fact, looking at the thing, he's a pathetic reject. But let's not realize that this is more man-hating. Men are stupid, men are pathetic, they can't get anything done, and here's just a sad little rich boy. Yes, he's a little rich boy. We're going to get to that in a moment. Basically, he says his feat of heroism was foiled because his escape rocket boots failed and it lit him on fire. So he wants to sue the guy who made it. Oh, just so happens to be Jen's personal tailor. Jen has a conflict. Jen's upset because suddenly it's all about Jen again. She doesn't want to take this case on because she knows that Luke is a catty little gay man who holds a grudge, and therefore, if she represents a guy who wanted to sue him, he's not going to let her buy his clothes anymore. It's all about Jen again, guys. Oh, no, not a lawyer must act in the best interest of their client, but only if it doesn't conflict with her real life. Because Jen's a narcissist. Yes. She goes to Big Boss Man in the office, says, we have a conflict again. I'd really not like to do this because she actually says, I don't want to lose my super suit tailor. I don't want to lose my tailor. Big Boss Man says, we got a conflict waiver last time. Let's get a conflict waiver again. You can do it. And because little rich boy's daddy is super rich and he doesn't really care, but he's a very big client, so do your damn job, dumb bitch. Anyway, Jen decides to first try and go to Luke to get an out-of-court settlement before things are filed. Well, as you saw in the transition clip, Luke responds exactly as you expected Luke to respond, as catty little angry gay man who is unhappy that his reputation is being judged. Throws Jen out, says you don't get my clothes anymore. Jen decides you're going to get killed in court. I'm going to murder you. Go to court. We are in court. Apparently, at first, Luke doesn't have a lawyer. Gee, I wonder who's coming through the door any second now. In walks Matt Murdock. Oh, wow, we didn't know he was going to be his lawyer because he made his new Daredevil costume, and of course he's in town to pick it up. Wow. Matt Murdock is here. He's in the MCU. Again, because he was revealed in No Way Home. But it doesn't matter. Let the degradation of Daredevil begin. Remember, I just qualified it earlier. I'm not a Daredevil fan. I don't hate him, just not a fan. Not interested in his adventures. Never have been as a kid, and not as an adult. Hell, I didn't watch the Netflix series. But I did watch clips, so I know what it looks like to be Daredevil in this situation. I know whatever that guy's name is. I don't remember the actor's name at the moment. I know what he is to be Daredevil, and I know that everybody loves it because it was hardcore, it was street level, it had passion, it had soul. What we're going to get here today has no passion and no soul. It's a mockery, and it's a joke. It's a big joke. And so is his costume. We'll get to that in a minute. Matt Murdock comes in, and long story short, he mops the floor with Jen in the courtroom there. In this hearing, he treats her like a little bitch. I'm just going to say it, not pussyfooting around. Treats her like a bitch, gets the better of her, manages to get stupid little rich boy Toad Liquor to admit he put inappropriate fuel in his boots, to which means Luke is not liable for the malfunction because the guy did not follow instructions as laid out by the manufacturer. Case dismissed. Jen got her ass kicked, but she's soon going to get her ass licked. Oh, it's coming because she's a slut. We go to the bar because guess what? Jen goes to drink all the time because Jen apparently has to drink every episode. I wonder, will we admit she's an alcoholic yet because the Karen wine box drinking moms are all alcoholics? That's what they think. They think you have to go drink your worries away every time because that's what they do because they're lonely and unhappy with their lives. In walks Matt Murdock, buys her an apple teeny. It's green. It's funny. No, it's not. They have a conversation. Doesn't matter what it is because all it is in reality is she wants that Daredevil D. She wants it right there, bent over the stool, pressed down on the bar table, hot D, action from Daredevil. That's all she wants. That is the core of the scene. She's a slut. She's a slut. Matt gets a call, has to step away. She keeps getting texts from creepy, weirdo digital guy who's obsessed with SheHulk. He needs to see her. Matt has to leave. Oh, it's going to connect in a minute. She decides to go see Creepy Weirdo. Creepy Weirdo, turns out, is being sued by Wakanda. Oh, there's not a movie coming up you're trying to backdoor promote here. No, not obvious. He apparently won an auction for a Wakandan spear. And they want it back, saying it was taken by colonizers. I know. I don't even want to spend time on it. That's a different video. That's a different thing. And I might not even make it because I'm not covering Wakanda Forever. But it's cheesy. It's cringe. It's terrible. And at one point he even goes, I love collecting African artifacts. I'm the best at it. I love Wakanda. Wakanda Forever. Jen whinges. Jen cringes. He hits on her. She rebuffs him. She leaves. Goes home, has a moment at home when she gets a call from Toad Liquor, who is apparently being chased. He's in danger. He needs help. And she can look at her phone, even though he just called her. All he did was call her, but she looks at her phone and suddenly knows where he is. Oh, you're right near here. How do you know that? Just because somebody calls you, it doesn't tell you where they are unless you've installed a Where Are They app on their phone that you're connected to. How do you know where he is? Don't think, just consume. Get ready for uber cringe. She finally decides to put on her super suit 8 out of 9 episodes in. And we're finally getting She-Hulk in her relatively accurate super suit. They didn't go for the onesie with camel toe. Listen, the super suit looks fine in the end. I'm okay with it. But still, super suit, 8 out of 9 episodes in. Why? Why wait so long? You teased it 4 episodes ago. She goes to save the day. And, we discover he's being chased by guess who? Daredevil in his cringy ass red and gold outfit. Let's have a look, shall we?
You're making a mistake.
You made a mistake when you messed with my client. 'Cause now I'm gonna whoop your ass.
My ass remains unwhooped.
Oh boy, let's get into this one. Just like She-Hulk wants Daredevil to get into her. Yeah, that's not going away. She-Hulk arrives on the scene. They fight in a really bad CGI flip-around fest. Once again, we see these people have no idea how to choreograph a fight, how to storyboard it, nothing. It's just a lot of flipping around with stupid banter. Banter that's clearly voice-over work. They voiced it over. Like a porno. Because Jen's thinking about getting drilled by Daredevil. Yeah, I'm not letting that go. They have a really bad fight. And it's really stupid. And that one moment there, you saw it pause. Now we'll talk about the suit. Talk about the suit. Looks bad. Looks really bad. And I know, it's a comics accurate suit, you angry nurse. You're never happy. You just want to hate. You don't want... No. It's objectively bad. Because I know from the history that fans rejected this look. And then they went to the full red and people were happy. This is a rejected suit from Daredevil lore. Nobody liked it. Not to mention, where's the double D? Where's the double D? Jen asks that every day when she looks in the mirror when she's not She-Hulk. Ho-ho! It's just objectively bad. Looks stupid. He's not threatening. He's not intimidating. This is Daredevil. Street-level crime fighters like him, part of their whole shtick is intimidation. This is not intimidating. It's stupid looking. And he behaves like an idiot too. It's a mockery. This whole rest of this episode, rest of this chunk before the final 8 minutes is a mockery of Daredevil, as I understand it, from my limited experience. But even I know it's not good. This fight alone, it shows him to be subservient, lesser than She-Hulk. You have to show how much better she is than him. Even though he's skillfully and agilely avoiding her, when she resorts to brute force, she's able to overcome him. And of course, this is a really bad look for Jen. Even though she says, I look good in my suit. It's a really bad look because she doesn't care about anything. Once again, Jen's narcissism comes to the forefront. As long as it gets it done, as long as she gets what she wants, everything else be damned. This isn't a giant superhero versus supervillain fight where the hero is protecting shit and property damage is going to happen. This is Jen purposefully damaging shit to try and stop Daredevil. She does a Hulk smash on the parking lot ground there on the upper floor, destroying that, probably the cars and everything below. Doesn't care. She's laughing when she does it. When she pursues him down to the ground floor, she picks up somebody's car, private property, to throw at him. It's not as though he's shown to be somebody that needs a car to be thrown at him. And when she misses that, then it's, sonic slap time, which happens to work. But wait, I thought she couldn't do the sonic slap. Oh, has she been practicing? Because we haven't seen her practice the sonic slap. She can do her little rapid clap, but she can't do the sonic slap. But now apparently she can because she's Jen, she's She-Hulk, she's the bestest ever. Of course that's going to work on Daredevil because hearing the sonic waves are going to disorient him. And without that, he not only is going to lose equilibrium, can't see anything. Seeing be the operative word here. She catches up. She's all happy she beat him up. So let's see. Jen is happy she caused a lot of damage and she actually beat a guy up. And right as she picks him up, and again, gotta show Daredevil weaker than She-Hulk. Gotta get that in there as he starts begging for her to not hit him. She discovers it's Matt, makes fun of him for maybe pretending to be a blind guy. And now we get into a discussion about his powers, where she basically mocks his powers and continues to mock his powers for the rest of their little team up. Mocking how he can hear things, this and that, and it's really bad. This is where they do Daredevil dirty. Mocking him, mocking his powers, mocking his stuff, showing her being insolent to a veteran street-level hero. She's insolent to him. Doesn't matter that insolence pays off for some hard D, because she gets it. Again, somebody behaving like that to me, especially, behaving like to me as She-Hulk, maybe I would go, okay, I'm going to take it because I'm going to get to do She-Hulk. But no, it's eventually Jen. We'll get to that. We'll get to it. I'm getting ahead of myself. We get the reveal that Toad Liquor Boy has kidnapped Luke, and he's making him make him a fresh super suit with a bunch of other tailors as well. They're at the lily pad. Jen and Daredevil track them to the lily pad. We're just going to let it happen. How they get there so fast, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Don't think, just consume. They arrive, and on top of the roof, the mocking of Daredevil's powers continue, while Daredevil is trying to make her understand what it means to be a street-level hero, what it means to deal with these guys. They have a really dumb joke about goons versus henchmen. Really bad. All the while she's mocking him, he then says, I can hear your heartbeat, because she still wants to get drilled. She wants him to take her over to the roof edge, bend her over, and give it to her all night long. She wants it. She still wants the Daredevil D. But they have to go save the day first. They agree to his plan at the start. She wants to go bust in, balls out, Hulk smash. He says, no, let's do this stealthy like. We're not going to cause damage. We're not going to cause extra casualties. We're going to get in there, and I'm going to take these guys out nice and slow and methodical, and then we're going to rescue Luke, and everybody's going to be happy. Because remember, Jen's only here because she can save Luke, which means he might agree to be her tailor again. Jen's not here to actually do good. She's here for selfish reasons because she wants her tailor back. She's a narcissistic slut. All on display right here. Now, we do get a cool scene, I'll give them that, of Daredevil kicking some ass in a hallway, because they want you to remember that Daredevil fights in hallways and can kick ass in hallways. And really dark, too. The lighting is terrible. It's really bad. But he kicks some ass, and right as about he's going to have to kick 5 more asses, then here comes Jen from the roof. She actually says She-Hulk smash. Have to show that Jen is so very awesome. Jen is the greatest. Now they're going to go with Jen Plan B because I don't know why. Nobody seems to have been alerted. The people in the main part of the building have not been alerted to their presence. Why they continue to go with Jen's smash tactic strategy, I don't know, but we have to put her on display because now we get a big fight in the room where Daredevil actually does all the work while Jen does snarky banter and Daredevil does a little snarky banter and this and that. And again, I have to question this. Daredevil. Snarky Daredevil banter? I don't, is that a Daredevil thing? I don't think that's a Daredevil thing. He's a serious crime fighter. He's serious. This isn't Spider-Man using jokes and snark to throw his enemies off balance. I don't know if Daredevil does that. I would need somebody to confirm that, but I don't think I'm going to weigh on the side of judgment and say he's not going to do that. That's not a Daredevil thing. That's more embarrassing banter shit because it's quipping, it's fun, they're being snarky, isn't it funny? Into like the sexual tension because they're going to F in a few minutes. Luke is saved. People defeated. Toad Liquor jumps out a window, and they got me to laugh with his cries of pain when he jumps out the window. I got a laugh out of that. Cops arrive, people taken away. Luke is saved. Luke agrees to be Jen's tailor again. Jen has done everything she needed to do, and she's going to get rewarded for her narcissism because we're back on the roof. They're talking, and then they decide it's time to F. Back to Jen's apartment. Jen's a slut. Gay day over. And then we have to make sure that we have the man do the walk of shame. And in a scene later, have Nikki remind us that we had a man doing the walk of shame the next morning. Oh, I hate this show. Because it's about time men had to do the walk of shame. Jen comes out to a very blatant ripoff of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Why are you guys still here? I thought you would have left already. In comes Nikki, talking about the gala. Jen is surprised, and Jen says, yeah, I had a good night. I got drilled hard. I'm a slut, and it's awesome. The feminism, yes. Because I'm in control. It's okay because she's in control of the relationship. She's the one basically wanting the sex. Because if she wants the sex, then it's all right. All right. Daredevil, he's not a slut. Dude, default status, sex. Yes, please. It's our default status. It's going to happen. And what does he know? Daredevil. Matt, when you get back to Hell's Kitchen, get tested. Get tested. SheHulk pox is a thing. Now we get ready for the final scene of the episode, the lead into the finale. And Jen has to mock everything. Right up to the point of also reminding everybody, will she get fridged? Oh, I hate this show so much.
This is the big twist, isn't it? But the question is it the kind of twist that's like, ooh, there's another Hulk, but this one's red, or like, I'm getting fridged?
We gotta make you look amazing.
Whatever, I'm game.
Okay, home stretch. You're almost there. Only 8 minutes left, but good God, it's a long-ass 8 minutes. The gala happens. As we predicted last week, the gala is going to be something that is a thing. Jen is apparently, and I say apparently, understand why in a second, she is female, Southern California Female Lawyer of the Year. Now, right away, hypocrisy abounds. As Jen gets out of her Uber, she's She-Hulk. And she's happy and glamorous to be She-Hulk. But I thought last week we realized that it's great to be Jen. I thought it was so great because Jen is great. And great to be Jen. Jen is great. Let's be Jen. That's great. Why is it so important to be She-Hulk here? Because when they had to show us last week that she was Lawyer of the Year, she was Lawyer of the Year with Jen's face profile pic there. Not She-Hulk. Again, the hypocrisy of this show abounds. They claim to put the message, be happy with who you are, but they haven't really done the legwork to make us believe that She-Hulk is who she really is. That she's not, that Jen and She-Hulk are one and the same. They haven't done the legwork for that. No, none at all. They haven't told that story, haven't done that arc. We are 8 episodes in. What has Jen learned? Has she learned any lessons? No, it's really going to be apparent here because they're hinting that they could have done this from the very beginning and had us really go on a journey of Jen understanding what it means to be She-Hulk and accepting that side of herself, that Jen is She-Hulk. She-Hulk is Jen. But no, they didn't. What has she learned? Nothing. What have we learned? She's a narcissist. She's a slut. Everything has to be about Jen. Jen is the center of the universe. If it doesn't affect her, it doesn't really matter. And she behaves badly to people. She treats people like garbage. Red carpet, blah, blah, blah. Family's there. Let's get inside to the stuff. Some MC is announcing everything. Goes right to, and our female lawyer of the year, Jennifer Walters. And then as Jen stands up, other female lawyers are announced. Oh, what a surprise. It's a group participation trophy. I shit you not. It's a group participation award. Everybody gets an award. You get an award. You get an award. You get an award. Everybody's on stage, and at one point as they go through, was her name Madeline, black lawyer lady? I don't remember her name. I think it was Madeline. She has to basically get it in there that I do more work than men, I get less credit, and stop saying I'm being celebrated as a female lawyer. She was a little likable last time we saw her, and now she's right back to shut up, bitch, get off the stage. When it's Jen's turn to speak, she wants to start thanking her family when the intelligentsia strike. They hack the screen behind her, and they start putting up all this stuff claiming she doesn't deserve to be a hero. And at one point, like I said in my opener of the entire video, she's a slut. And she freaks out because they show that Mr. Josh, Hulk King, recorded their effing. He recorded the whole thing. Didn't just take the picture of when she was naked after being fully satisfied by his weighing. He recorded the whole thing. And everybody's at this point saying, Jen, don't do it. Jen, don't freak out. No, Jen. And Jen Hulk rages out. Now, I didn't show it, but at the beginning of the episode, during clips, during the here's what happened before on SheHulk type shit, they brought us back to the whole I'm a woman, always in control. You don't understand the rage I constantly feel, so I'm always in control of my rage and I can transform well. Remember that? The SheHulk bingo speech from way back at the beginning. She's supposed to always be in control. She loses control. She freaks out. She destroys it. Everybody runs screaming, which is exactly what intelligentsia wants. She spots some intelligentsia guys in the back recording it. She runs over there, grabs one, busts through a wall to get to them, and then suddenly there's a bunch of soldiers there instantly. Why? I guess... How did they get there so quickly? This just happened. Why are high-tech soldiers there instantly? Maybe intelligentsia tipped them off that there's going to be a super-powered incident. I don't know. Whatever. But She-Hulk's now in trouble because she's shown the world that she's raging. And let's just talk about that for a moment. I just said a moment ago. Clearly they had this plan to this point. She's going to rage out. Why didn't you do the whole season of her raging and learning to control it instead of being I'm a woman in control and then bad comedy and all this shit? Instead of trying to be a comedy, you could have done a whole serious season about her coming to grips with being a Hulk and that rage being a problem, like the original She-Hulk runs. Savage She-Hulk. You could have done that. It could have been a respectable show. Instead, it's a show about a narcissistic slut who is now getting what she deserves because she was a slut. Why was she getting angry? It's the truth. She's a slut. They've shown the evidence, and that's why I asked way back at the beginning of the video, do these people understand the truth of that moment? You have portrayed her as a slut who wants to F a guy on the first date. Did so twice. Only third date because she missed the opportunity on the second date with Josh. Where's the empowerment here? This is supposed to be a show about empowering women. Yes, queen. You go, girl. You got this. We don't need no man. Men are trash. You spent the whole time doing that, but you showed us the truth. That through all your complaining about men, we can see between the lines that your own psyche is making you put out product that says we really want men. All we want is to get effed hard. This show is dog shit. These characters are dog shit. These writers are dog shit. And in the end now, we've led up to the point where, okay, now She-Hulk's being treated as Hulk was. Maybe if you started with that, we wouldn't have had 8 weeks of me shitting all over you. Thank God, 1 episode to go.
What's it like being a female lawyer?
So special and empowering. I love it.
Twice the work, half the recognition, and you're constantly being asked what it's like being a female lawyer.
There you have it, She-Hulk Episode 8. The hypocrisy abounds, the destruction of Daredevil, the mocking of Daredevil, the cheapening of Daredevil. What else can I say that I haven't already said? Jen is a slut. They actually say slut, and we're supposed to be on her side when they Intelligentsia makes fun of her as a slut. But she is a slut. She's a narcissist. She's a horrible character. We are supposed to feel bad 8 episodes in of what just happened to Jen here, where now the Intelligentsia has ruined her image. They've made her freak out. They've shown the world she's a monster Hulk, and she is not worthy of the mantle of Hulk. She stole a man's blood, blah, blah, blah. There's no connection. Nobody likes Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk in the MCU. She's an insufferable narcissist bitch who's a slut, who tosses people aside, who only does things when it benefits her. Never does anything unless somehow it helps Jen. And you saw with this final thing here, you could see there's a glimpse that maybe somebody understood there was a savage She-Hulk story to tell in all of this, but they didn't do it. Because they had to do bad, fake, misandry comedy. Feminist comedy. Where men are trash, women are better. And we're going to tell our empowering story. While being hypocrites. And really showing what we really want is to be held at night by a man. That's the bottom line. Thank God, again, there's only 1 episode to go. This is not fun anymore. I get no satisfaction from ripping this apart. Because it's sad, because all it does is reveal to me. This is why I don't cover the MCU in the first place, because all it does is remind me now how bad the MCU is. I don't own any movie after Endgame. I have not watched a movie. Okay, I watched Far From Home, but doesn't really. It's you can kind of escape on that, but it's still. I haven't really engaged with the MCU since Endgame. I watched this because I asked you guys, and you said please review it. There's no fun in this. There's no joy. I was getting joy in the beginning, ripping this apart. It's gone because it's sad, and it makes me sad to see how far the MCU has fallen. Because there was a time when I said, wow, the comics suck, but at least I got the MCU to keep me enjoying these heroes that I love. Well, that's gone. That's gone. But we chronicle the demise of it all. We mock it. We shame it. And we wait for its inevitable downfall because the MCU is dying. In fact, it may even be dead. These are the death throes, what we see. Episode 9, next week. May God have mercy on us all. Take it easy, everybody. See you next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to get in touch with me, you can reach out to me at therentnerd@gmail.com. That email's for channel business only, so I check it on a daily basis. Also, you can find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS. And you can find me at Rumble and Odyssey, The Renaissance Nerd. Thank you again. See you next time.